Well, what started out as refugees looking for a way out of South Africa has descended into chaos. Refugees at the Central Methodist Church in Cape Town are now divided into factions, with either side accusing the other of taking control. Our reporter Aisha Ismail joins me now from Greenmarket Square in Cape Town. Aisha, from what we understand is that perhaps there's a little bit of peace amongst those warring factions. Is that so?
Well, what has now happened is that the one faction is inside the church and the other faction is outside of the church. Now, the two factions are led by one Jean-Pierre Ballouse, the other one by Papi Sukami, and it is about leadership and it's about power. The one faction is accusing the other faction of sowing division. The other one faction is also accusing the other faction of making money out of the plight of the refugees. Yesterday we saw that police had confiscated what they said was dangerous weapons. They also found petrol outside the church, and what happened last night and the night before was that the faction led by Papi Sukami was forced to sleep outside. And I'm just going to step out of the shot so that you can see in the background people still outside, women and children sleeping outside last night. Yesterday we saw the South African Red Cross Society bringing blankets and bringing food to the refugees outside. And I do know that there are plans for a meeting to take place very soon with all the different stakeholders, including the Department of Home Affairs, the South African Police Services, as well as the South African Human Rights Commission, to try and sort out this problem. But what is also concerning, Faith, is the fact that there's been an outbreak of chickenpox inside the Central Methodist Church. We saw a newborn baby yesterday, and things are really getting really tough here. Also, I mean, I'm not sure if you've just seen a visual of a man actually pointing at us and showing a sign of slitting our throats. They're accusing us now of taking sides with the other faction, and this is because the online service had only put up an interview of the other leader, Jean-Pierre Ballouse, and so the faction of Papi Sukami is very upset and now accusing us of taking sides with the other faction.
You know, Aisha, as you're speaking about how taking power and using words like factionalism, one may wonder, these are the reality of the matter is the fact that these are individuals or foreign nationals living in South Africa who do not feel safe in South Africa for previous space of xenophobic attacks, who would seek for the South African government to move them to other countries of interest and not necessarily back into their own individual countries. So when we're saying power in terms of resources? Are we saying power in terms of what exactly, or how far does this issue around power actually extend? Because all they want is to get out of South Africa and be moved to countries where they can seek some kind of economic asylum.
Well, the power struggle right now is between, as I said, the two factions, and there are two leaders, with the one leader accusing the other leader of having absolute power. We've also heard stories and allegations of the one faction making money out of the situation with the refugees. There's an accusation that the one faction has been able to raise money online, and that money is not being used for everybody. It's being used only for that one faction, and that has now sowed division and caused problems amongst the refugees, to the point where there's a one faction inside of the Central Methodist Church and the other side is outside. And also what the refugees are saying, that they do not want to return to their countries of origin because they fled those countries specifically because they had oppressive regimes and often violent governments. They came to South Africa and they were exposed to xenophobia, and now they want to go to a neutral country. They want to go to a country where they're going to feel safe, and they are calling on the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees to help them with this. And as I speak to you, there's a group of people walking towards us now, and they are, again, as I say, they're the faction that is outside of the Central Central Methodist Church, and they're upset about the fact that we had only put online the one faction story. And so the leader of the faction outside called Papi Sukami is now going to talk to us about the fact that they had now been expelled from the inside of the church, the fact that women and children had to sleep outside. So you spent the night outside with your people. You appear to be very angry. What is the way forward?
We are outside here since 2 nights now. We came outside because we avoid the fight. JP came to attack us with his bodyguards, the Burundian people. JP himself is not a Congolese. He's a Mbunakure Burundian. So because Burundians are not refugees in South Africa, they are saying like they are from Kivu, because they speak Swahili, both from Kivu and the Burundi. We came outside because we avoid a fight inside. You see, those people have been injured. It was a legitimate defense from us. They came to assault us with pangas. You saw before yesterday, they got 3 guys with pangas here. His people. He sent some Somalian and some Burundian guys came to attack us here. We don't have weapons. We are not soldiers. We are just human rights activists. We are fighting for our rights as we did from our country where we have been arrested. So to be a refugee in South Africa is not only you come from Eastern Congo or you come from I don't know where, what. There are people who have been arrested because they have been a human rights activists. There are people who have been journalists, they have been killed in Congo, even in Kinshasa and everywhere. There are people who are victims of Kamwina and Sapo, they killed people in Kasai. So we are outside, we avoid the fight to protect the children, and women are inside there. But now we regret. All our belongings we left that inside. They are breaking our bags. Look, this one is my bag. Everyone staying in Belleville can tell you, can testify, this is my bag. I put all my academic documents inside here. I was studying in CPT. I stuck because lack of tuition fees. I didn't have a bursary. I couldn't finish my BTech degree. But I have a national diploma as a civil engineer. All my stuff were inside here. My academic document, my ID. They broke everything and they threw this bag tonight away there. So now we are asking to the police to assist us. We don't want to go for fight. One by one, we are going inside to take our belongings. We're going to come to show you that what JP with his people are doing. This man is a criminal. We know that.
Now, up until a few days ago, you appeared to be united. What caused the fight or the rift between you and JP?
Abuse of power and violence on behalf of JP. JP is the one fighting everyone. He's the one fighting all the stakeholders. Those who are coming to help us, to talk with us, to find out how we can sort out this matter. Abuse of power. JP came Sunday while we're trying to pray. We're preparing ourselves to pray. He said there is no prayer today. That's why we said to him, we are going to pray, and the fight broke out that time.
Now, money has been raised online. Who is that money for, and what happened to that money?
JP is making a business, you know. We are doing a strike here. We came as refugees, all of us here. His wife is in Pretoria. So they claim to protect the refugees, but we saw suddenly he's fighting Adonis Musachi, Scalabrini. He's accusing them they are using money on behalf of the refugees. But himself, we saw now, there is a banner inside the church. You saw that, WCC. We didn't come here for any NGO. And with WCC, you got some women like MEK. They are raising money online. No one of the refugees here, they know that. We've never been informed. You can ask the Somalian inside or outside. No one got food here, nappies or nothing on behalf of that lady. So they are doing a business. That's why JP doesn't want any solution for this problem we have. He wants it to last. He's collecting money. He's giving the bank account of WCC to the tourists are coming here, everyone to assist us. So that's what they are doing. It's a business. It's a robbery. And we need to accuse him with that lady. She must bring the money and distribute that to every community is here. Then they can feed the children and the women are here.
But what is the way forward? You've been in the Central Methodist Church for almost 3 months now. What is the way forward for you?
We got a call from the mayor of the city of Cape Town, the Home Affairs as well. We have a meeting on 6th because we are going to talk and find a solution. Dialogue is to give and to receive. So we are open for a dialogue to find out how we can sort out this matter. People have been victims of xenophobia here in this country. People said clearly they want to leave South Africa. But we need to stand also for the other refugees are suffering for the same problem like us. Because otherwise tomorrow is going to be a repetition. Something like this will come again. So we are the one, like the leaders for our communities. We are the spokesperson. We need to find out the solution definitely with the Home Affairs, all the governmental departments, and all the stakeholders to sort out this issue.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, my lady.
Thank you, and thank you. Back to the studio.